Oh, my head, my head, my head. Oh, pfft. Hello, YouTube. How are you? Friendly neighborhood crustacean swimming over to you from the comforts of her bed. Yes. Well, anyway, so today I thought we'd talk about migraines. Migraines. And you're like, migraines? That's not a fun topic. Well, it can be. Anyway, migraines. I have them. People in my life have them. People I know have them. People I probably don't know have them. A lot of people have them. Well, first of all, we got to figure out what a migraine is, because there's a difference between a headache and a migraine. A migraine, according to Google, is a recurring throbbing headache. They normally affect one side of the head, and you can have other fun symptoms, like nausea, disturbed vision, throwing up. It gets fun. Okay. So how can we tell it's a migraine over just like a normal, oh, my head hurt, it is migraine, I don't know, but it hurt. Well, how you tell the stages of a migraine, the first stage is called prodrome, Prodrome. The second is aura, and I get one of those. The next is the attack, and finally the postdrome. Okay, so that's the stages of a headache. Like you get the prodrome, and you can have like symptoms like constipation. You can have symptoms like just your muscle hurts. You can just have symptoms of just like I don't feel good before. Then you can get the aura, which I get like a warm feeling on the back of my head, and it goes this way, and when it goes this way, I know I am in trouble. My mom, I think she said she would see like a bright light. Don't go towards the light. It's just a headache. And then the attack obviously is when you get the pain, and then you're like, oh, my head hurts. So, and finally, when the postdrome is when it just kind of, whoo, it's gone. You can have like a numb feeling around your head, but other than that, it's like, ooh, it's gone. So, well, kind of figured out what a migraine is, how it acts. Now, what causes a migraine? Honestly, we don't know. Lovely, I know, right? Like, I go to the doctor, I'm like, doctor, I have this problem. What's from it? I don't know. So, they honestly don't know. The doctors will say that migraines are triggered by a bunch of things. They are triggered by hormonal changes, especially in women, food additives like aspartame and those kind of things, caffeine, light, smell, sleep patterns, and this one I didn't know, having sex or not having sex. Working out, not working out, weather, of course, and of course some meds can bring on a headache. Well, what should we do about migraines? When should we worry about them? Well, first of all, the best thing to do is to make a journal. If you have migraines or you have headaches or whatever, get a journal, write down what you ate, what you did, how you feel. Pretty much. I mean, it's just pretty much what I ate, what I did, how I feel. I did that for a while and figured that my trigger is gluten, that I really need to watch my gluten intake. When, what you ate, how you feel. Sorry, I got distracted in my nose. Did the squirrel thing again. Squirrel! When should you be like, I need to go see the doctor? Well, doctor/ER, I'm saying here. So, first of all, if you get what's called a thunderclap headache, it's just like a thunderclap went off in your head, that you go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. You need to go. Could be all kinds of scary stuff. I'm not going to go into it, but it could be all kinds of scary stuff. So if you feel like a thunder thing went off in your head, take your booty to the doctor, and the rest of you too. If you run a fever, now I'm not just talking a itsy fever. I mean like a full blown fever. Go to the doctor. If you have a stiff neck, if your people around you start telling you you're acting confused, or you can tell you're confused, go to the doctor. If you have double vision, if you have numbness on one side, if you have trouble talking more than you have trouble talking normally, if you're like me. If you injured yourself and your headache all of a sudden gets worse, like one time I went sledding and I hit my head and my headache all of a sudden got worse. So my mom took me to the ER. Yeah, that's the time to go to the ER. If your headache gets worse after you cough, exert yourself, or any sudden movement, like you could just kind of use something, maybe drop something, and you're like, what? And it gets worse, go to the doctor. And if you're over 50 and you get any of these, if you're over 50, you just need to go see your doctor a lot of the time. I'm not trying to diss older people. I love older people now. You know, if you have a health problem, if you're having a health problem, you need to go to the doctor. So we talked about what a migraine is, how it can affect you, and when or where not to go to the doctor. Well, who is affected by a migraine? Well, really anyone. Anyone can get a migraine. Women are more prone to get a migraine. Like, we're more prone because of our hormonal changes and stress, and I don't know. We're just more prone to get a headache. If you're a teenager and up to your 30s, you're more prone to get them. And I saw one study that said if you're between 25 and 55. So pretty much just under that banner of anyone can get one. When do they affect people? Well, migraines are the sixth disability and illness in the world. Out of top whatever, they are number 6 on things that cause people to be disabled. That's just crazy. A migraine happens every 10 seconds, and someone is going to the ER because of said migraine. Migraines, some people say, oh, it's just a bad headache. They're not just a bad headache. They're a lot worse than a bad headache. I will tell you from experience. I had bad headache. This migraine way over there, okay? It's not just bad headache. So again, symptoms of a migraine are, again, pain, throbbing in your head, nausea, vomiting, dizziness, sensitive to light and sound, touch, smell, tingling, and numbness on your face. 4 million people have one daily. 4 million people out of 7 billion people on the planet now? Or is it 8? Anyway, let's just say 7. Out of 7 billion people, 4 million of them have a migraine daily. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. With 15 migraines a month, most of the time we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot because we take the medicine too much and the medicine doesn't work, and then you get what's called a rebound headache. I get that off in some stuff. So, and sometimes a rebound headache is much worse than the one in the first place. It's like, oh, that was an aftershock. No, that was a real thing. Okay, bye. You feel like you're dying. Migraine sufferers have a problem with depression and anxiety. Well, that makes sense. Migraines cost over $36 billion annually. Because if you go to the doctor, you're missing work, whatever, medicine, they cost $36 billion. That is way too much. Well, okay, so looking at everything else that we've talked about, how can we treat them? Well, first of all, let's see who gets affected the most. Again, I said women, 18% of women to 6% of men get a migraine. Men do get them. People in low income brackets, that kind of makes sense. Caucasians, which I thought that was kind of interesting. It's more Caucasian people, us American mutt people that are white. We get them more than our other racial counterparts. But how do we treat a migraine? Well, first of all, you can treat it with medicine. A lot of times, there's a lot of good over-the-counter medicine. Now, I am not a doctor. When I mention this medicine part, I'm not a doctor anyway, but I'm not a doctor. So if you take anything goes in the mouth, talk to your doctor before you put it in said mouth, because you could have all kinds of problems, and we don't want to. No, ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, just saying. So but as far as migraines, there are a lot of over-the-counter medicines that work really good for some people. You talk to your doctor again, see what works good for you. Who is a doctor that's a specialist with migraines? If you don't know, is a neurologist. and there are really good neurologists out in most areas, so you just check them out. Aspirin is an example of migraine medicine. Again, don't take something without talking to your doctor. I can't say that enough. And there's, of course, prescription medicines that you can get from some ones that are one kind that's called triptans to glucocorticoids, which is another fancy word for saying steroids, prednisone, all of those. So naturally and alternatively, you can use ice packs or heat. It just kind of depends, you know. You can massage your shoulder muscles and see if that will help relax your there. I've seen some of the studies I saw were said to use vitamin B12, magnesium, CoQ10. There are herbs and spices like butterbar, feverfew, and cayenne pepper. And I might make a video about this. They said to make a cayenne pepper rub. I had never heard of that before. So there are therapies like acupuncture and Botox, but they get very expensive. And essential oils have been known to work for headaches. Sleep is actually the best thing you can do. If you get a migraine and you can go to sleep, it's the best thing you can do, because you just need to sleep that bad boy off. My one doctor told me to take Benadryl. Again, don't take anything without talking to your doctor. But Benadryl worked for me. It just kind of depends. Again, go see your doctor if you are having a headache. If you have a headache more, if you're having a headache more often, if you are having any of the symptoms that I mentioned here, you could have a migraine and you need to be treated. So, again, if things get scary, if you're concerned at all, go to the ER, go to the doctor, have them look at you, make sure 9 times out of 10 there's probably nothing, but you just need to be checked out. So again, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Oh, by the way, the crustacean nation has doubled. I am so excited. So thank you guys that have just joined on. I appreciate it. If you don't know, I try to make a new video every day. Sometimes I succeed at that, and sometimes I succeed later on. But anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I don't know what I'm gonna do now, so alright.